Mr. Chairman, you mentioned about the ruling at the state, and you said to that effect that in the manual register will only be referred to should there be a failure of the King's Gate.
Yes.
The question is about the failure. Is it a general failure, or when one individual or one voter comes and realizes that their name is not there, but then the manual register is showing that they're there? Maybe just a few cases or a general case. I hope you get my question.
I get your question, and we have actually looked at it. Previous presses. The voters register in the KIMS kit is exactly the same register which is printed. Everything is the same. So if you are not in the KIMS kit, then you are not in the fiscal register. It's as simple as that. Yeah. So you cannot miss in the KIMS kit and be in the fiscal register, because it's the way you print a document from your what document is the same. Yeah. So we don't expect that you are missing. You are missing the KIMS kit and you are in the fiscal register. What we are saying is, in terms of the Court of Appeal decision that then we followed as a guideline, you turn up to be verified biometrically. If you are not in the you can't identify biometrically, then you are identified alphanumerically using your ID or passport number. If then you are there, then that's fine. But if the KIMS kit fails, and that's the subject you are referring to, then we have another KIMS kit that we shall use. Now, if all the other KIMS kits available fail, then now that's when we resort to the fiscal register. So that is the procedure. And that procedure is there. The registers are printed, they'll be available at the polling station, but they'll be sealed and not be used in the manner then the High Court had directed that we use it simultaneously with the KIMS kit. Yes.
Yeah, my name is O'Brien, and I work with State Broadcaster KBC. Two questions. How prepared are you to abide by the ruling of the High Court by Justice Bogore for you to include the manual register as part of the voter identification process? And number two, UDA has gone to court.
Were you here when I was making my press? I've just said the court has already pronounced itself. The Court of Appeal has already pronounced itself on that issue and has overturned the High Court judgment. And right now, where we are, we have reverted back to the Court of Appeal decision.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Waweri Nyambura from Inoro TV. You have not given instructions as far as Parakanipi is concerned, where ballot papers were destroyed. Have you?
That's not true. There were no ballot papers destroyed in Tarakaniti. What was destroyed were booths, a few booths by some individuals who attacked the vehicle and some stamps. Yeah, and those are items we have in plenty. We shall replace them. I think the process of replacing them is ongoing. No ballot papers were destroyed. Security items, ballot papers, KIMS kits are escorted under heavy police security. And those ones are all safe for the cases that we have mentioned in our presser.
Yeah, thank you. I am from Citizen TV. I need a specific question here because my colleague Mrimi did mention this point, and it's the case of Kakamega, Mombasa, Kakiliba constituency, and Pokot South, leading to the suspension of the poll process in these four respective areas. What's your level of communication with the printing firm in Greece, which is the informal ICOs? And here I suppose because the Kenyan people are paying billions and they want value out of this election. What's your level of communication with them in the foreseeable future so that such incidences don't happen beyond Ofula Chibukati when your term expires in January next year? Number two, on security, there are regions in this country that often face security challenges, and it's not the same as others. For example, the northern frontier counties that share long porous border with Somalia, which is still in political instability case. What's your level of engagement with the security agencies? Because we talked about 150,000 personnel from the National Police Service to 46,223 the event insecurity problems exceed your current security preparations and process, what then happens in such areas?
Yeah, let's deal with that. I will ask Marjan to say something about the ballot, the printers, inform Lycos, and the Commissioner Wanderi, who is heading the security team subcommittee here. I think they even had a meeting today. They meet twice a day to address the issues you have raised on those volatile areas. Then we can continue with the other questions. Yeah.
Asante. Naitwa Francis Ode kutoka.
Can they finish that first?
Asante.
Yeah, Marija.
Thank you very much. Yes, we have got a very high level of communication with the farm. One is we have got the contract implementation committee that is responsible for confirming that technically all our materials are basically okay. And then two, we also have another level of communication. The final one actually is between myself and the CEO of the InfoLycos. When this incident basically came to our notice, I also spoke to the CEO of the InfoLycos, and they acknowledged that the error was actually only on their side, and that they are going to make good the printing of the ballot paper. So we have got communication at all levels, up to the top level. Thank you very much.
Asante. Naitwa Francis Ode kutoka.
On the issue of security, and thank you very much for that question. We are fully engaged with the national security agencies, police, GSU, and we are collaborating in all those areas where there is high insecurity. Ballot papers are being airlifted to the various police stations, and the government security agencies are surveying and acting on any issue regarding to this insecurity. So we have no problem. I do not want to give you the details, but it's covered, and then nobody will fail to vote because of insecurity even in those areas. It has been confirmed to us, the action that the police are taking and other security agencies, and to make sure that everybody will vote who wants to vote. So don't worry about that.
Okay, we can take some 3 more questions, then we run. Yeah.
Naitwa Francis Ode kutoka Iebc TV. Swali langu ni kwa walemavu. Ulizungumzia kwamba kuna zile kimskit ambazo zimeweza kutolewa kwamba kuna watu watakuwa wanatumia fingerprints. Je, umezingatia ama tume imezingatia vipi wale walemavu ambao hawaoni, hawasikii na hata labda hawana mikono kuweza kutia pale vidole? Asante.
Okay, another? Or that's the last one?
I want the same question yes, on this issue of people with disability, and how is the commission will organize on the platform of people with disability here in Kenya on the voting side. My name is Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony. Vice Chair, you can deal with that. Yeah.
My name is Nicholas Delay from CAS Media Group. Chairman, Mombasa and Kakamega previously during approval had issues, and now you have brought it to our attention that also it has issues that postponing of these elections are coming. Now, Chairman, somebody could be curious that this could be a political play rather than technicalities that you're saying about the printing factories. What do you say of that?
That's not true. That is your imagination. We don't do political games. We do election management. And I think the ballot paper printers have accepted their mistake. And we shall ensure that the voters in those areas are able to elect the leaders of their choice as soon as possible. So there's no politics involved. I may also appreciate that I think the order to print those particular ballot papers also went a bit, it was some of the last ones which were printed, and There could be a little, I don't know what happened at the printers, but they have accepted that they made an error. So don't read any mischief in it. And one more thing, the candidates will be the same. The ones who are to contest now and maybe a few weeks from now will be the same candidates. They will not change. Vice Chair, please answer the question on the disabled.
Asante. Swali la ulemavu limeulizwa kwa Kiswahili, kwa hivyo pengine ningelijibu kwa Kiswahili. Kama mtu hana vidole, tutatumia nambari yake ya kitambulisho. Kwa hivyo kuna njia mbili za kusearch mtu katika KIMS-KIT. Kwanza tunatumia fingerprints, lakini kama hana vidole ama watu wengine huwa wamepaka hina. Hivyo basi KIMS-KIT inakuwa shida ku identify kutumia fingerprints. Kwa hivyo watu kama hao tutatumia ID card number, tukitype katika KIMS-KIT, kwa hivyo identity yake zao zitaonekana. Watapewa ballot papers waweze kuvote.
Asante. Kuna swali. Naitwa kutoka Azam TV Tanzania. Hivyo hapo bado kwenye kuahirishwa kwa uchaguzi kwenye haya maeneo matano.
Monday, yes. Yeah.
Nyie kama tume ya uchaguzi na mipaka mnawajibika vipi, kwa sababu hili jambo ambalo kwa namna moja ama nyingine linakwenda kusababisha usumbufu kwa wananchi hasa katika haya maeneo, lakini vile vile kuna gharama nyingine ambazo wananchi kwa namna moja ama nyingine wataingia ama tume itaingia. Mmewajibika vipi katika hili kuonyesha kwamba na je na uchungu kwa uzembe huu ambao umetokea?
Bwana CEO amesema kuwa shida ilitokea kwa wale ambao wanachapisha makaratasi, si uzembe ya tume, na wamekubali kuwa watagharamia hiyo makaratasi wakichapisha tena mara ya pili. Wananchi watakuja kufanya tena. Nafikiri wanapenda hiyo, ni jukumu la wananchi kuchagua viongozi wao, na vile hiyo maneno yametokea lazima tufanye vile tumefanya, na nafikiri wananchi watakuja. I don't think there's a problem. They'll come and vote. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, another question?
I'm Colin Somundo from the Daily Nation.